Hello student, today we will discuss about reproduction in plants. Plants are capable to do asexual as well as of sexual reproduction. Here today we will discuss about sexual reproduction in plants. Sexual reproduction is a biparental reproduction. This one is done by mitosis as well as of meiosis process. So there is requirement of a specific reproductive structure to form gametes, which are the haploid structure. So the reproductive structure involved in this process is known as flower, that has two specific parts, male and female reproductive structures. This is the symbol of male reproductive structure. And another one is the symbol of female. This is the symbol of female reproductive structure. Male reproductive structure give rise to pollen grains or male gametes. Two male gametes are found in a pollen grain, while female reproductive structure give rise to female gamete or egg cell. And later on, both the gametes get fused together. And after fusion of gamete, a 2N cell gets generated, that is a zygote, which will further develop into plant embryo or seed. So in the first part of our lecture, we will discuss about the special reproductive structure formed for the sexual reproduction in plants is flower. So let us talk about flower. According to Professor Bothe, flower is a modified stem. First of all, I am going to tell about a flowchart. Flower is made up of two structures. The first one is known as accessory wall and the second one is main wall or reproductive wall. Wall means the cyclic arrangement of leaf found at stem. This accessory wall can further categorize on the basis of pigmentation. The outermost wall is known as the wall of petal. First wall is known as wall of sepal, that means calyx, and another one is known as wall of petal, that is corolla. Calyx is the wall of sepal. Sepals are the green leafy structure, work as the productive structure there, while corolla is the wall of petals. So green leafy structure here, while petals are the colored leafy structure. The main function of sepal and petal is protection. So this accessory wall is also known as protective wall. While reproductive or main wall is made up of two structures. If the flower is a bisexual flower, that means male and female both the reproductive organs are found there, then usually female reproductive structure is found in the center of flower and the male reproductive structure always surrounded. So the third wall should be androecium. It's male reproductive wall, which is made up of a group of reproductive structure that is known as stamen. Well, the next one is gynoecium. It's known as female reproductive structure or whorl. This complete female reproductive structure or whorl is made up of pistils, or it can be a group of carpels. Commonly, androecium is known as anther, while the gynoecium is known as pistil. Now I am going to draw a diagram of a flower, Alice of a flower. This is the LS of flower. LS means longitudinal section or a vertical section of a flower. If you open a flower, you will get four kind of whorl. First of all, the basic component of a flower. This is known as pedicel. The flower twig or flower base is called as pedicel, while the swollen base, where all the flower whorls get associated together, this swollen base is known as thalamus. After that, the accessory whorl start. The first component of the accessory whorl is stamen. The first whorl of this accessory structure is sepal, that form a complete cyclic whorl as calyx here. Later on, you will see the decorative, various colored structure of a flower. The first function, the primary function is to attract insect for the pollination here. This whorl is known as the structure, the leafy structure is known as petal, while the complete whorl is known as corolla. Both the structures are combinedly called as accessory whorl or protective. While the next whorl starts with reproductive whorl, the first structure of the reproductive whorl is a male reproductive organ. Scientifically, it's known as androecium or male reproductive whorl. Its unit is called as stamen, and one stamen is made up of three structures. The first one is anther lobe, where pollen grains are found. The second structure is connective, which connects this anther lobe to a thread-like structure which is known as filament. All these three structures are combinedly called as a unit called as stamen, which will form a whorl of androecium or male reproductive. While the female reproductive part is called as pistil, that has a first paddy structure known as stigma. Later on, a filamentous or a pipeline-like tract is found, which is known as style. And style ends up to a swollen base structure, which is called as ovary or carpel. Inside the ovary, a twisted structure is found. This structure is known as ovule. And the complete female reproductive structure is called as gynoecium. The common name of gynoecium is pistil. This is the LS of flower. I am going to draw the diagram of androecium and gynoecium individually now, so that you can understand this one easily. The first one is of androecium. This is an androecium. The filamentous thread or thread-like structure is known as filament. The uppermost lobed structure is known as anther or anther lobe, where pollen grains are formed. These are the male gametophyte, where two male gametes are always found in the germinated pollen grains, and both the anther lobe and filament are connected by connective. If we take this section of anther lobe, that can give rise to it. It will look like this. It's a four-chambered structure, you can see here. In the mid of the chamber, connective is present, and in every chamber, pollen grain is formed. These are pollen grains. Pollen cell. This is the TS of anther lobe. Transverse section of a anther lobe or horizontal section of anther. Now I am going to draw the diagram of gynoecium so that you can easily understand this one. Every gynoecium has a paddy structure which act as the receptacle for pollen grains. Later on, a tubular tract is found which will open in a swollen base. The first paddy structure is called as stigma. As I am seeing, it's receptacle of pollen grain, while the tubular tract where pollen tube will move is called as style, and the swollen base is called as ovary. Now inside the ovary, ovule is found in which egg cell is kept. This is the ovule. There you can see one egg cell is. It's a female game. Now I am going to draw the diagram of ovule so that every step can be easily understood. Usually it's a oval shaped biotechnic structure. This is the structure of an ovule. Ovule is oval shaped biotechnic structure. This skin-like structure is known as integument. Integument is absent at a point. This point is called as micropyle. This one is providing a space to enter pollen tube. Just opposite of micropyle, chalage gland is found. Inside of that, you can see it's a 7-celled but 8 nuclei structure. It has 7 cells. At the chalage gland, 3 cells are found which are known as antipodal cell, while 3 cells which are found towards the micropylar end are called as egg apparatus, and the cell that is found at the mid of this structure, this is called as central cell. It's a binucleated structure where N plus N, 2 haploid nuclei are found together. Egg apparatus is also formed by 2 different kind of cells. You can see a green cell that arises here. The green cell is known as synergid, while the pink cell, this is called as egg cell or female gamete. Here pollen tube enters and its gamete, male gamete get fused with the female gamete and give rise to a 2N cell, and the second male gamete get fuses with central cell and give rise to a triploid cell. What is the mechanism of reproduction here? We will discuss it in our next lecture. Thank you everyone.